Well, welcome to another Loco review. This time it is a... Hornby one. What type is it? Well, yeah, you've probably known by the title yet. It is an N2, but the model of the sole surviving N2, 1744. Of course, in a very, very smart, immaculate looking Great Northern Railway livery. It's the third livery she's been in. Of course, this loco starred in the Railway Children, although it was a slight error because N2s weren't exactly out until the early 20s. But yeah, I'm actually glad that she starred in there. We're seeing some speeding through Oakworth Station when she was in her LNER black livery and her number 4744. That's her LNER number, and then she was in BR black for a while. What was the number then? Was it 69523? Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. And now her Great Northern Railway number 1744. Again, Great Northern Railways, it's sort of together or associated with the LNER. Of course, we're overall built by the LNER for the Great Northern Railway. She's already on the track. Well, I'll show her in a second. Yeah, I got her yesterday. Yeah. Again, as you can see there. Yeah, GNR Class N2 062T. Locomotive 1744, DCC ready as well. And just have a quick look on the back. Also known as the classification 3P there, Class N2, and yeah, that's a real picture of 1744. Well, probably obviously taken a while ago. But she was also in Great Northern Railway livery there as well, and a fair amount of brief history here. Yeah, and of course, as it says here, the locomotive represented to this pack, number 1744 in GNR livery, is the only N2 that survives into preservation. I'm so glad she's still running. She's got a fair few years left on a boiler ticket. And is now She was built in 1921, so yeah, pretty much early 20s when the N2s were built. For the GNR, and is now owned by the Gresley. Anyway, GNR sort of like GNR/LNER really. Owned by the Gresley Society, number 1744. Anyway, I said 4744 there, but that's one of her numbers, isn't it? Can be seen on the Great Central Railway. So yeah, let's have a look at it again. Yeah, of course, quickly, the usual block of ice packaging. Let's bring the loco into shot. Here we are. Look at that. She's very, very smart indeed. Just get a good look at the Great Northern Railway livery there. Absolutely beautiful. Immaculate. Just one immaculate model. This again, yeah, brand new. I got it from Hatton's. She was the cheapest price that I'd seen her from there. She was £75, well, £4 postage, so if you just order her, it'll be £75. But I think they've sold out now. They got them in stock, I think it was November or December of last year. I mean, the back of their overall the livery and printing of the numbers and Great Northern Railway on the side looks spot on. There we go, can see it fine now. It all looks very, very good indeed. Just see look up there and get a good look. This time, unlike Hornby's newer 52XX and Duke of Gloucester, 1744 has sprung buffers. Yep, the buffers are sprung this time. Same on the back as well. Although I can't really fault it really, but the smokebox handle, the smokebox door handle is moulded, but it's painted, so it sort of looks like it isn't. I can't really I was going to name this as a major downside, the fact that there's not one bit of cab detail in there at all. Let's just turn her around so we can probably see it a bit better. If you probably just look in there, you see see the top of the motor part in there. But I don't think I can really fault that, because I think these N2s, Hornby's N2s have always been like that. Well, a bit of a disappointment for a new model. But yeah, so this one, don't even hope for black moulded cab detail either. But yeah, I think they've always been like that, these N2s. No space for cab detail, detail, because the motor part intrudes in there. Obviously there can't be, no really proper big motor parts towards the front, 'cause you see the gap there, it all has to be in here, so very limited room basically. Oh, one great thing about her, Not one bit, not one extra to put on at all. Honestly, not one bit. All vacuum pipes were on, and it looks like they should be on rods under there. I don't know. The underneath of her looks a bit like a railroad model, to be honest. But the printing, of the letters, the number there looks spot on to me. I have seen, the real 1744 a few times. I saw it at the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, but I don't think I've got any pictures or shots because it was a few years ago. But I saw her, of course, she started at rail. But yeah, again, the last time I looked at her on Hatton's, there was like one left in stock, and that was a few days ago, so most likely sold out by now. It really went quick. It stayed about more than 10 in stock for about just a few weeks. I mean, when it got down to like 3 or 4 in stock, I was like, well, I better get her because other sites have got her. Loads of places. Maybe try your local model shop, or again, that site Olivia's Trains, where I got 13,000 from, has it. Although she's a bit pricey from there. She's about just over 90 quid, which was okay for the crab, but a little bit over the top for one of these. But yeah, again, I'm glad that she starred at Railfest. So yeah, I was running her in last night. She runs beautifully. Yeah, I'll show her in a second. She really does run well. Well, she was disliking a point a bit at first, but then again, don't they all? And I've given her a bit of lubrication as well. So, you know what? If I cover her third, if my thumb covers the drum wheel there, it makes it look a bit like a, what was it, 04? Well, 044. Whereas, of course, she's an 062. But yeah, I mean, even as an 044, these would look good. But yeah, absolutely smashing model. Again, the detail it's good enough. Well, I mean, on top. Again, of course, Alicia's very easy to handle. Again, not one bit to put on. No under rods. Well, these are all moulded, of course, look a bit plain, but the rest of us not too bad. As you can see there, the detail is just good enough. And again, overall, in terms of no cab detail, I think they have always been like that, these N2s. Maybe you would have thought they would have put a bit of detail in by now. I mean, a bit like my Hornby Large Prairie, although it's more forgiving with that one because, well, it's definitely an older chassis model. I mean, well, I don't know if this is still more original. Well, it looks more newer to me. It definitely looks redone than Hornby's Large Prairie's. And it's the same story with that one. The all you can see in the cab is just parts of the motor placement. But again, more forgiving, I suppose, for a model which hasn't been redone for ages. Again, so yeah, she lives on the Great Central Railway, but she does visit many other railways. Well, again, of course, obviously, because she is the only N2 left. I mean, good, nice piping down the side. Yeah, these large cylinder pipes here, of course, on both sides. Again, of course, you can get these N2s in different liveries. Well, again, first ever Great Northern Railway livery loco. One special reason why I had to get her. Yeah, I think they've done a brilliant job with her overall. Again, I couldn't really mark a 10 out of 10, but at least about 8.5. Again, I'm just, can't really, I don't know, just part of me can't really fault the no cab detail in there at all too much. I mean, I had a good look at it inside my closest local small model shop, and that's when I realised, well, I looked at it on Hatton's, I thought there was, hang on, there looks to be no cab detail. Then I had a look in, there was one in a glass cabinet in a local model shop where I got my Track Magic from. And yeah, I realised then, no cab detail at all. Bit of a little, well, disappointment. But I mean, if you look at her, just look how stunning she looks. And yeah, again, straight out of the box, straight on, looking as well, I don't know, is there supposed to be rods under there? But yeah, there's no holes in those bits at all. So wait, well, obviously isn't meant to be rods on there. I don't know if there is in real life, but I don't know. Well, if there is, for some reason they've given them a miss. And we again just have one more look at the roof. Have a nice whistle there. Was it just like come into focus, or as focus as well as it can? Again, the detail. is pretty good. Again, there was a lot more mouldings on Duke of Gloucester than I thought. Oh yeah, it's better now. Yeah, you can see better. Yeah, I mean, there's been sort of ups and downs really with some of Hornby's new models, but this is definitely one of their best ones now. Again, when she runs, her motor sounds okay. Well, as she's getting run in more, I mean, Duke of Gloucester, she's still a little bit rather noisy. Well, you know, a bit of a buzzy motor. Runs really well, but you know, the 52XX is completely silent. Again, yeah, you can just see under there. Just absolutely amazing model. Now, quickly, before I just run her, I want to show you this. Oh, God, it's heavy. This is my dad's. I think it's an N2. Correct me if I'm wrong what type of model this was. The body is metal, that's why she's so heavy. My dad was given this back in about the 80s, but it's obviously much older than that, probably late 60s or 70s model. Yeah, as it says on the back there, Hornby, yeah, made in England. When it was Meccano Limited. The body's pretty much intact, but my dad said he doesn't think that this one has ever actually been ran, even though he was given it way back in the 80s. He thinks she's never actually been ran before. As you can see the cogwheel there. Oh, so yeah. Speaking of the cogwheel, so just bring 1744 back in shot again. Look there. You might just be able to get a shot of it. So, yeah. If you can't, but I can just see a red cogwheel in there. So, I know a couple of also. Oh, and the couplings as well. They're not NEM, but they're sort of medium size. I suppose they're all right. They might help it. Well, model like this is just fine going around tighter curves, but. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is an N2 or, well, obviously similar. Even if it isn't, it's very, very similar. Same wheel arrangement. But yeah, metal body, as you can see. Right, let's get 1744 on the track and running. Here we are. She runs with a little bit of a side-to-side wobble on her. Well, a lot of them do anyway. Again, often the axles aren't perfectly aligned, are they? But yeah, well, yeah, definitely not the quietest of motors, but it's doing its job fine. She's going pretty smooth. She's going smooth enough. But again, we'll get better. I'll be running her in, more over this weekend, and then soon there'll be a video of her pulling some coaches. And say, of course, she'll be storing in my second LNER goal, although that's not planned until summer. But yeah, she'll be in that. She did get a bit hesitant at changing going from, I started running forwards, I run her backwards and then forwards again. She got a bit hesitant, but I don't know, I'd say I found a few of Hornby's ones more hesitant at changing direction than Bachmann's. But of course, yeah, now with some lubrication and also a bit more track magic applied to the track, bits of it, she should smoothen up pretty well. So that's the review of Hornby N2 1744. Hope you've all enjoyed this one. Again, even if Hattons have sold out of them now, there are other sites that have them, even though I haven't seen it anymore, any more cheaper than Hattons did. Yeah, great model. I'd say overall out of 10, I'd probably give her an 8 probably, which is still pretty high. Still a very decent model. I'll look forward to seeing pulling a few trains, hopefully toward the end of next week. Again, depending when I have more time.